Hey guys, my name is Kenna and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would show you guys some favorite plant products I use. I feel like I talk a lot about my plants on this channel, which is the point of this channel, but I also have products that I use every single day and that I just feel like you guys need to know about. So this video will be a little bit different than my regular video because I don't have any plants in this video, but I hope that you find it useful and find some new plant products that you can start using yourself. Also, it is very dreary here today. It's been storming all night and all morning, so I apologize for the lighting. It sucks. I also had no motivation this morning to do anything, so I thought I would film this video and try to give myself some motivation to do some plant chores. So the first product I have for you guys, which might be my favorite, I was trying to think, and I think it is my favorite. And if you're gonna use any of these products I recommend today, I recommend this one the most, and that is Liquidirt. Liquidirt is the fertilizer that I use, and I love it for many reasons, but one is that it comes in this pouch and it's concentrated. So you actually create a concentrate out of the concentrate and then you add that to your water. So it lasts so long. Like, I think I've had this pack almost 2 years and I haven't even made a dent in it. So I use this on all of my houseplants, and I actually fertilize all year round, so even in the winter, and I use it every single time I water. So it's a little bit different than your normal fertilizer. I've also used Super Thrive before, but I definitely prefer Liquidirt over any other fertilizer I have tried. I think it's great, and I'm probably going to make a whole video on it soon, like how I use it and how you mix it. So I won't talk too much about it, but I'm also planning on starting to use it on my outdoor vegetables and flowers, so I will keep you guys updated on how that goes. But love Liquidirt. The next product is Mosquito Bits, and I use these to control my fungus gnats. And actually, since I've been using Mosquito Bits in my soil, I have not had any fungus gnat outbreaks. I still have a couple here and there, which is just normal with plants, but I haven't had like excessive amounts. And you can use this two ways. I just mix it in with my soil when I go to repot a plant, but you can also soak it in water and then water your plants with that like water. So either way works. As you can tell, I need to get some more. I buy the big thing. It's a little bit more expensive, but I promise you, you will not regret it if you have fungus gnats. Next is this Squirt Bottle, which seems kind of funny because it's not really a plant product, but this thing has changed my life and I use this multiple times a day. So I use this mainly on water propagations and plants that are in sphagnum moss. If I notice like a plant that's in sphagnum in my cabinet is getting dry, I just squirt some of this into the sphagnum moss without like drowning it. And that is a huge perk of this, I think. If you have like small plants that are even in soil, when you go to water them with like a watering can, you end up just like drowning them. But with this, you can really like be precise on how much water you give them. And I also put Liquidirt in this Squirt Bottle, so all of my plants are getting fertilizer with when I use this. These are relatively cheap. I think I got this in a 2-pack on Amazon, so I will have all of these linked below so you guys can check them out. But if you do not have a Squirt Bottle, you need a Squirt Bottle. Next is Orchid Mist, and I use this on my Hoya. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first got into Hoya, I saw a couple people using this, and I'm not really a huge fan of Miracle-Gro, so I was a little bit scared to use it. Not scared, but I questioned how good it worked. And anyway, this is like $5, so I ended up breaking down and buying one and trying it. And since then, I've used it once a week on all of my Hoya in my house. And I have noticed a lot of new growth on my Hoya. And also, I've had a lot of peduncles lately, so I think this stuff works. I really do. The only recommendation I would give you on this is to make sure you do it either at night or when your grow lights or the sun isn't like shining on the plant, because you can burn the foliage with this on the leaves. So I actually have a Hoya cabinet, and after the lights have gone off at night, I will spray all of my Hoya. And usually I do that the day before I clean the whole cabinet. That way there's not like water droplets all over the cabinet. So I do this weekly with my Hoya, and if you're a Hoya person, I think you will really like this. And it's very inexpensive. So if you don't like it, you can give it to a friend, or you haven't wasted a bunch of money. Another product that I use a lot is this plant Velcro. And if you saw my plants on planks video, I strapped my plants to the plank with this Velcro. You can also use it with like stakes or moss poles or trellises with Hoya. And it's very gentle on the plants. That's why I like it. I used to use twine and just like tie it on, and I noticed a lot of like scarring on the stem. And so I switched over to this stuff, and I haven't had that issue since. And I also use this in my garden with like staking up tomato plants and stuff. It's great, and you can use it for so many other things other than just staking up plants. So this is very handy to have. Next is my planting mat, which also is one of my favorite plant products. I use this all the time. I used to live in an apartment, and repotting was a literal disaster. I constantly had soil all in my carpet, and I would try to like repot over a tote, and it was horrible until I got this planting mat, and it makes things so much easier. And now I even use it on my countertop if I'm messing with sphagnum moss or Fluval, and it just keeps a mess at a minimal, and you can just pick up the sides and dump it either in the trash can or outside. And these are super cheap. I think this one was like $7. Like I said, I'll have it linked in the description, but so handy, and it has so many purposes. Okay, this one's a little dirty because I just got it out of my cabinet, but it's these plastic saucers. And if you have plants that don't have, or that does have drainage or doesn't have a catch pot, you'll probably use saucers before. And usually I buy those cheap ones that are like 50 cents that are super flexible, but they're awful. Like, they're literally awful. And I found these at Lowe's, and they have changed my life. They're like really hard plastic. I will admit they're a little bit more expensive. I think they're like $2.50 maybe a piece, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty cheap when it comes to plant products. I'd rather spend the money on the plants. I hate buying the products. So that was like a little bit of a stretch for me, but I have almost completely converted to these nicer plastic saucers, and it's really changed my life. So if you have a Lowe's near you, I'll have these linked and you can grab some. And last, out of all of my plant products, which there's so many I could have talked about. I have so many plant products that I use every day, but these were just the ones that really stood out to me when I was looking for plant products. And I just wanted to say, I've used all of these plant products for well over a year. And so I feel like I'm definitely qualified to tell you that I like these products, and I recommend that you try them if you are interested in them. So the last one is Fluval. And if you watched my propagation video, you saw that I think I put this second on my favorite propagations, but it's quickly becoming my favorite. I love this stuff, and I've had such good results with it. I've had a lot of plants that just were not rooting, and I put them in Fluval, and they were rooted within a week. So it has definitely been a game changer in my propagation journey. Another reason that I found that I really, really, really love it, it's probably the top reason I like it, is because you don't have to clean it off the roots before you pot it into soil. For me, like getting the sphagnum moss off of roots is so tedious, and especially Hoya. I've noticed lately I've been rooting all of my Hoya in Fluval, and it makes my life so much easier just to be able to like pull it out of Fluval and put it in soil without having to peel all of that sphagnum moss off. With that being said, I still love sphagnum and I will continue to use it, but for plants that have really fine roots like Hoya or ones that are more difficult, I love Fluval. And I at first, when I first started using it, I thought maybe it was just like a fluke that it was working so well, but I've been using it for a couple months now and I've had really good luck. So if you are really into propagating your plants and want to try something new, I think you should try Fluval, and I really don't think you will be disappointed. I'm also going to link a video on how to use a Fluval because I don't really want to go too deep into it. But my friend Michaela at Queen City Tropicals made a whole video on how to use Fluval, and so if you're interested in using it, I will have that video linked below so you can go check it out. It's very informational and I do not think you will be disappointed by trying Fluval. So that is all the Planty products I think I have to show you guys today. Like I said, I'm hoping to make a whole video on how I use Liquidirt because it's my favorite and I cannot say better things about it. If you're gonna try any of these products, I recommend that you try Liquidirt. I really don't think you'll be disappointed. Let me know if you like this video. If you did like it, leave a comment below if you have any questions about any of these products. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this kind of video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.